Hello friends, in this video we will learn master and JK flip-flop, which is nothing but a solution over race around condition. Let us start. So before we move to race around condition, first of all, let us summarize what was race around condition. So race around condition occurs in a latch where when j equal to 1 as well as k equal to 1 and during a clock equal to 1, your output of the latch keeps on toggling. That is more than once per clock. In fact, if you remember, we had this kind of response. This output of the flip-flop keeps on toggling as many times, and this condition is what we called as race around condition. And this is what is not expected because it is actually giving me oscillatory behavior per clock, right? So to avoid this, one of the condition that we are now going to understand, that is using master slave JK configuration. In this, what is going to happen? We are going to cascade two JK flip-flop to each other. That is, we will have two stages of JK flip-flop instead of only one, where the first stage will be considered as master, the other stage will be considered as slave. So let us begin with master and slave configuration. So as you can see on the slide, it is master slave JK flip-flop configuration where the output of master is connected as input to the slave. So this type of connection is known as a cascade connection. So let us try to understand. First of all, you just observe the clock arrangement here. As you can see, a clock is given directly to the master. This clock is directly given to the master. And the type of triggering that I see over here in master is a positive level triggering. Am I right? So master is positive level triggered. So this is positive level triggered device. Whereas as you can see, the same clock is given to the slave but via NOT gate. Am I right? Since then, what is going to happen? When clock is equal to 1 at master, slave will get 0. Even as you can see, slave is also positive level triggered device. But since when clock is equal to 1, master is active but slave will be inactive. Is that right? Why did so? Because of the NOT gate presence. So let me just write it. When clock is equal to 1, what we see? Master is active and slave is inactive. At the same time, reverse procedure will happen when clock equal to 0. So whenever this clock changes to 0, what will happen? This master will be disabled, and at the same time, because of the NOT gate, this 0 will change to 1 and this slave will be active. So when clock equal to 0, what we notice? Master is inactive and slave is what? Active. So this is the first behavior of the clock we have observed, and this behavior of the clock is only going to give us a solution over race around condition, and now we will study. So in this case, it is already configured into toggle mode. As you can see, Q is shorted with K and Q bar is shorted with J. So we know that the behavior of J is as good as it is set, and behavior of K is always similar to reset. Same goes here also. The behavior of J as if it is set and behavior of K as if it is a reset input of SR flip-flop. Is that right? So if you remember, in case of SR, when the input is 1 0, that is S is 1, R is 0, output is in set condition. Whereas in SR, if the input given as 0 1, when R equal to 1, of course output goes in reset condition, that is 0 1 condition. So let's see. Assuming the previous output of Q and Q bar was 0 and 1. Again assume clock is equal to 1. Observe very carefully what I am trying to convey you. Clock is equal to 1. Assuming previous output as 0 1, Now what is going to happen? This 0 1 is cross coupled here, therefore this 0 appears at k and 1 appears at j. Since q bar is fed to j and q is fed to k, this is what input I am going to get. Now tell me, when clock is equal to 1, can I say master is active? At the same time, this clock, because of the NOT gate, becomes 0 here, because of which now slave is not working. Try to understand, the feedback is given but slave is not working. Master is working. When master starts working, as you can see, j equal to 1 and k equal to 0, what it is going to get into state? Which state it is going to get into? Of course, it is in set state. Therefore, q will become 1 and q bar will become 0. So, as you can see, the new inputs of the slave are nothing but 1, 0. Tell me, when j equal to 1, k equal to 0, outputs will change to set state, that is 1, 0 state. But now this is not going to happen. Why? Because since clock is equal to 1, master is working, at the same time slave is not working. So even though inputs of the slaves are changed, the output, it is not going to get reflected. Reason? Slave is not active. So this is going to continue until and unless clock is becoming 0. So tell me, when clock becomes 0, can I say master is deactivated now? Yes. At the same time, since clock is equal to 0, this changes to 1. Can I say now slave is active? Since slave is active, it is going to accept the new inputs of a slave, which are jk as 1, 0. Because of 1, 0 input, outputs are changed to 1, 0. See, this time outputs are changed. Am I right? Do you remember that during clock was equal to 1, outputs were unchanged? Outputs are changed only when clock falls to 0. So now this 1, 0 is fed back over here. So what is fed back here is 1 and what is given a new feedback here is 0. Tell me, with j equal to 0 and k equal to 1 at master side, observe at master side, j equal to 0, k equal to 1, can I say it will get into reset condition? According to reset condition, the value of new q and q bar should be 0, 1. So as you can see, this 1 should change to 0 and this 0 change to 1. But this is not going to happen since master is inactive, right? So as you can see, master will be activated only when clock equal to 1. So when clock again becomes 1, then this becomes 0 and this becomes 1. Now with this 0, 1, slave output is not going to change because slave is what? Inactive. So as you can see, since either master is active or slave is active, and as you could see, outputs are definitely getting toggled, but only once per clock. And this is what we can say our problem is solved. That is nothing but race around condition. What used to happen in race around condition? In race around condition, outputs used to toggle as multiple times in per clock, and this gives you a oscillatory behavior which was unacceptable, and that behavior is what we called as race around condition. Now what is happening in master slave configuration, that since only one stage is active at any given time and outputs are changed only when the slave is active, and as you can see, slave is active only once per clock, so outputs are even getting toggled only once per clock. So our problem of the race around condition is eliminated here. I'm sure you must have understood this master slave JK configuration. Thank you.